What I have here is a treat that I would climb any mountain to go up to the mountain restaurant that is serving this. It's called Älplermacaroni, and we eat it with applesauce. Sounds strange, but it is really delicious. Now, Älplermacaroni came to be because back a long time ago when they were building the St. Gotthard Tunnel, which is that long, long tunnel, the Italian workers brought pasta to Switzerland, macaroni to be exact, and the Swiss started cooking macaroni. Now, when you're up in the Alps, there's kind of a shortage of what you have. You know, if you're the Alp herder working the summer way up in the summer Alp. But what they would have, they'd take as much macaroni as they could, and then they would stretch it with cheap potatoes, because potatoes are easy to grow and they're cheap. So they'd stretch it with potatoes, and then they'd kind of season it up with onions. And because they always have a lot of milk and cream and cheese up in the Alp, because that's where the cows are and they're making cheese all summer, they would cook it in milk and then add in cheese. Now, since then, they've added other things. A little bit of ham or bacon or sausage is in good there. What I'm using here is chunks of bacon block, and that just, oh, ups the flavor. 2 different cheeses to really kick in the flavor. And then what you do, take a little bit of applesauce, hot applesauce. I've warmed this up, put some on here, eat it together. Now, it sounds strange, but try it, because it is really, really good. I don't know what it is. I thought it was weird too at first, but that applesauce kicks in with that Älplermacaroni. Delicious. Let's go in the kitchen and make some right now. All right, we're ready to make our Älplermacaroni. Now, I've got over here some water coming to a boil, and here we have the big old cast iron pan which we're going to use to cook these things here and also to make the macaroni in. So let's go over some of the ingredients. First of all, what we have here is the butter. This is 2 tablespoons of butter, and I'm going to get that going right now. So we'll get that melting. Going to get the flame up to medium heat. All right, so while that butter's melting, let's go over some of the ingredients. First of all, we have here 2 medium-sized onions, which has been thinly sliced. Here's a ½ pound of bacon block, which I've cut into, well, bite-sized pieces. You know, these are long strips like this or pieces like that. And if you don't have bacon block, you could use ham. I've used sausage before. You know, that's fine. Pork, delicious. All right. Next, over here we have the macaroni. Now this is a ½ pound or 230 grams of macaroni. And this could be macaroni, or you could use penne, or even fusilli, any other pasta like that. Potatoes. We have here 3/4 of a pound or 340 grams of potatoes. And the cheese. Now the cheese are 2 different cheeses. What we have here is we have a ½ pound or 230 grams of Gruyere, and we have 1/4 pound or 110 grams of Emmental, which melts more, and the Gruyere has more stronger flavor, and then we just mix the 2 together. Here is 1 cup of heavy cream, which is about 35%, 1 cup of white sauce. Now that white sauce, I'd cheat with a canned sauce, and there'll be a little can like this. So 1 cup of white sauce, and then we have a ½ teaspoon of salt and ½ teaspoon of pepper. All right, sounds like our water is boiling. So first thing we want to do, the potatoes are going to cook for 15 minutes. The pasta, well, this pasta is ready at 11 minutes, and we want to undercook it a little bit, so about 10 minutes. So we're going to start the potatoes first, and then we'll add the pasta in with them afterwards. So in go the potatoes. Cook those for 5 minutes while we wait, and then add the pasta. Give those a little stir. The other thing I want to do is I want to give that water a little bit of a liberal salting. So just kind of pinch some salt in there. All right, looks like our butter is melted, so let's get the onions in there and the bacon. All right, these are going to cook for about 15 minutes also. So you see this, everything goes together very nicely. So I cook these for 15 minutes, brown the onions, brown the bacon. Now, in 5 minutes, we're going to come back because we're going to add the pasta in with the potatoes. So I'll see you in 5 minutes. All right, those potatoes have been cooking for 5 minutes. I've been stirring the onions and bacon every once in a while. They've got about another 10 minutes to go yet. Now what we're going to do is add in the pasta. So in goes the pasta. Give that a quick stir. And you let that boil for 10 minutes. Now, while that's cooking, let's get our sauce ready. So what we want to do here is just use a bit of a bigger bowl. We'll put the white sauce in here. Add the cream. And salt and pepper. All right. And then all we do is mix up. Of course, this would be better with the whisk. Should grab the whisk. That wooden spoon, whisk. Anything to do. All you want to do is just kind of get this mixed together. Now what we're going to do is going to wait for the pasta and the potatoes to finish cooking. I say they got 10 minutes. Well, now they're down to about 9 minutes. And then we're going to be ready to start put this all together and throw it in the oven. All right. See you in 10 minutes. All right, so the pasta and the potatoes are cooking for another 10 minutes. They're ready to go. I'm going to turn that off. The onions and the bacon are browning nicely, so we can turn that heat off too. Just let those sit there for a bit. So what we're going to do is, someone forgot their hot pads. Yeah, what we're going to do is drain the potato and the macaroni to a colander. All right, we'll put that aside. Now what I like to do is just give them a quick rinse with some cold water. Good enough. All right. What I have here is a big bowl, and we're going to take that pasta and potatoes after they drain the water out. Toss them into that bowl. Going to mix in the cream and white sauce mixture. Let's see. That's good stuff. All right, mix that in there. And now with the cheese, what I want to do with the cheese, I want to put about 2/3, it's just rough, about 2/3 of the cheese goes into here because we're going to save the rest. The other third is going to go on top. So 2/3 of the cheese goes in here. Let's mix that in. And now, yeah, all this goodness here is going in here. Bacon and onions. Don't worry if you don't get it all out of the pot. It's all going back in here anyways. All right. Mix that in well. Now while we're doing this, the oven over there is heating up to 375 degrees Fahrenheit or 190 degrees Celsius. And we're going to put this into the oven for half an hour. Bake it, brown it nicely on top. Oh, this is going to be, look at this. This is absolutely just a delicious dish from the Swiss Alps. Let's get you out of the way. Okay, this all goes back into the frying pan now. And then just going to even that out over there. And That sauce is going to have to be licked off afterwards. All right, so the cheese goes on top. Just sprinkle that around on top here. Okay, all right. Gonna put this in the oven, bake it for half an hour. What we're looking for is to get nice and browned on top, and it's gonna get bubbly and delicious inside. All right, let's get that in the oven. All right, while the Älplermacaroni is over there in the oven cooking, let's heat up our applesauce. So what I've got here is I've got 2 cups of applesauce. This is just a regular unsweetened natural applesauce. Add that to our little saucepan here. And now, this is optional. Some people like it just as it is. You know, we just got the apple taste here, and that's really good. Or you might like it a little sweetened. If you want it sweetened, add about 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. Want a little less sweet? Add 1 tablespoon of maple syrup. So let's pour that in there. And just mix that in a bit. Ooh. Now this is definitely not the Swiss way of doing things. Back when Älplermacaroni first came to be, there was no maple syrup in Switzerland. But I do like the taste of maple syrup, especially with bacon or any ham or anything like that. So I'll turn that up. I'm just going to put that on a really kind of low heat. We don't need to heat this quickly. We've got time. It's going to be cooking for a while yet. 5-10 minutes, just until it's good and hot. Take it off the heat. Put in something to serve it up. We'll serve it up with the Älplermacaroni. All right, that came out of the oven. That's been in there for half an hour. And look at that. Beautiful browning on top, bubbling in the center. That is going to be delicious. Let's have a look inside. So break down through the crust here. Just spoon some out of there and into a bowl. You've got the macaroni, you got the potatoes, you got the bacon and the cheese. This just is a really hearty mountain lunch or dinner. All right, so there you go. Älplermacaroni. Try it with the hot applesauce. Not everybody likes it that way, or they think they don't like it that way. Usually what I find is whenever somebody tries it, they really like it. But, you know, if you have some left over after, just because some people say, oh, I don't want to try that. You know what this is really good on? You take that and heat it up again, and you put it over vanilla ice cream, and that is a delicious dessert too. All right, so enjoy Älplermacaroni from the Alps of Switzerland. Now, if you go to the link appearing on the screen, you can get the free printable recipe for Älplermacaroni with applesauce on our website. So go print out the recipe, have fun making and eating this delicious mountain treat, and make cooking fun again with Kuma's Kitchen.